What's up, coach? Today I'm going through 7 common mistakes that struggling coaches make when they're trying to build an online business. So if you're here and you're struggling and trying to cut to the next level, stay tuned. What's up, coach? Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'm your host, Beverly Simpson. And if you have not already, go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, and tap that bell to be notified when the next latest and greatest video comes through, because I don't want you to miss one episode on how to build your successful online fitness business. Today, I'm going through 7 common mistakes that most people get into when they are trying to cut through to the next level. So chances are, if you're here and you're trying to get through to the next level and you're just struggling to get there, then you might be making one of these 7 mistakes. So let's dive in. Number 1, you might be missing a sales system. This is why I teach it inside the PT Profit Formula. It's so important that you have a sales system inside of your business that's going to help you automate your process. So whether you're trying to build 101, whether you're trying to build a group, and you're trying to start and move to scale, you need to have a system inside of your business. The structure and the system is what's going to help you automate. And when you can automate, then you can scale and remove yourself from the equation. So if you're struggling, then chances are you don't have a system inside of your business. Number 2, not measuring metrics that matter and falling into the trap of vanity metrics. So now if you're anything like me, I got into this trap too, which is following likes and comments and wanting to rush the connection component, which is what we're gonna get into for number 3. But feeling like I'm just throwing spaghetti in the wall. But the real issue was that I wasn't really looking at metrics that matter and not evaluating the performance, because you're gonna get a result and you need to get clear on the differences between results and performance. No matter what the outcome is, it becomes our job to increase the performance at any level. So business is simple. People, prospects, purchase. Just because it's simple doesn't mean that it's always easy. And at every level, there are going to be metrics that matter that will signal to you whether or not your business is moving forward. And it will signal to you based on the results, the outcomes, which is emotionally unattached, by the way. It will signal to you whether or not you are getting the result that you want or the lesson that you need. And it becomes our job to decide what those metrics are for our business and then measure them. So how do you know if it's a vanity metric or a metric that's mattering? It really depends on how you are showing up to the metric. So if you are taking inspired action and looking at, okay, so my engagement, my connection, I need to change my content, maybe I need to deepen that sense of connection, and you're making decisions from that place, it will feel different than the place of smoke and mirrors and wanting to buy followers, wanting to buy likes, and wanting to move the dial in that way. Those are focusing on vanity metrics because, listen, popularity isn't profitability. I can point to many different mentors of mine that have had billion-dollar businesses without a ton of followers on Instagram specifically. They're measuring different metrics of performance. Number 3, common trap is missing the connection building component and getting into lure tactics metrics, which is gonna lead into number 4. But what is happening when people go through that customer journey of people to prospect to purchases is that they are going through a ladder of believability. Now you hear people talk about know, like, and trust, and I get why they say that, but I always use this plant as an example. I have no idea who made that. I have no idea even where I got it. I just know that it filled a need of mine. So it's not always about know, like, and trust. It's about that ladder of believability where someone needs to believe in you, they need to believe in your offer, they need to believe in themselves that they can do it, and that they believe that they need it now. That is what's going to carry them through that journey. That is going to be a connection. Especially if you're in the service-based industry, you want to have that type of connection with a potential client. Now, what happens is people will just do these lure tactics and say, oh, download my PDF, come to this webinar, and then try and sell them that way. They're missing that connection component. Now, the good news is that it doesn't necessarily have to take a ton of time, but it is going to require you to show up for your people, build a connection, and to stop getting into trap number 4, which is not selling enough. We have so many beliefs around not selling or feeling like we're being sleazy, and so we need to heal that relationship that we have with selling. Selling is a service. And if you are only apologetically selling, like, I'm so sorry, then you're not going to build that connection. People will read that on a subconscious level. Now, the thing with selling is that the truth behind selling is that we're selling all the time. All selling is making a case for your perspective, making a case for your offer. That is selling. So when you can heal your relationship with selling and come from a place of knowing that selling is a service, then you can master the art and science of selling. Number 5, looking for the right, best way. Now, I get it, it's a brain-based activity, which is where we start to think that there is a right way, but that is actually coming from a place of lack, and why it is really important that we operate from principles. Because just like fitness, everything works. There's a reason why there's so many stories out there of success stories for every single diet. But ever notice that things sometimes are conflicting with each other? There's a reason for that. It's because just like becoming a metabolic detective, you need to become a business detective and operate from principles, because everything works. And then number 6, not asking for help soon enough. This is something I personally am working on, but you cannot build a $1 million business without help inside of your business. I'm not even talking about coaching and strategy and the mind games and the mindset that we need to have. I'm talking about help inside of your business, outsourcing, freelancing, building an in-house team. It doesn't have to be a big, massive team, but you cannot do everything by yourself. And no matter where you are in any stage of your business, you deserve and need help in order to get it to grow. And then number 7, we need to build and execute a plan. Now, hopefully you can see by now all of these common mistakes work synergistically together. So good thing, because oftentimes if you just tweak some things or one thing, things will start to fall into place for you inside of your business and help you get to that next level, whether you are starting or scaling. Number 7 is building and executing that plan. That will help you reverse engineer the goal, the vision, work from that system that you created earlier in this training. And when you have that plan and you can execute it and you're measuring those metrics that matter, you can assess the results and increase performance, because all marketing is guessing, testing, and assessing. If you like this video, it would be a huge favor to me if you go ahead, hit like, share it with your friends. Let me know down in the comments below, what are your biggest questions? Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next video.